Our take is that the drug sector essentially came out of favor in part because of the pressure from the government, as the Trump administration got to be more and more negative around their policies around the drug world. That essentially set as a headwind for the drug sector, and thus the names did not recover as much as we thought. And some of the names there on the list are names that we recommend and similar products targeted to our peers, and we've been wrong on them to some extent this year.
Well, with the midterms now behind us, Ronny, I mean, has anything changed in terms of your view when it comes to the risk of government interference with pricing?
So that's kind of interesting because the liking and not liking the drug industry is almost nonpartisan. On one side, you have some Republicans who are very much of industry supporters. On the other hand, the administration and others are very much advocating for reform. And as much as the Democrats like to argue the drug industry is over-earning, a lot of them actually are industry supporters. Folks like Pelosi, Ashew are very much supporting the industry, and the industry is based in Democratic states. So when push comes to shove, they'll have a lot harder time accepting lower revenue for companies in their area. So I would take the next 3 months will be critical in terms of seeing whether the president and Congress can end up working together on actual policy changes, or it becomes just a matter of arguing against the drug industry, but nothing actually gets done.
But if the mood or the rhetoric doesn't change, won't that act as a wet blanket on the stocks? Even if nothing seemingly is going to get done, the threat of it would still be out there.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. And at some extent, if the sector recovers, that will probably end up as a headwind against it. But we were aware of that for such a long time that if nothing appears to get done in the next couple of years, my guess is there's probably some upside to the stock. But you're making a fair point. There's some sort of a cap to how far the sector can go before we know what the government will do about drugs in the long term.
Stock specific, Ronny, in terms of Celgene, are we going to hear about reimbursement levels for CAR-T?
We almost certainly will. CAR-T has been unreimbursed for a long time. The doctor who runs one of the Harvard hospitals have already come out and said that Brigham Women specifically will not be able to continue to support CAR-Ts if there is no reimbursement code, and predicted the same is true for the other large academic medical center. So CMS has done a lot of pressure to come up with one. They almost certainly would, in our view, the next couple of months.